Kim, we had we talked to the engineer on the phone, and I said that I had invited you to come today. He's got a hearing. He was going to try and contact Chris Murley to get all the bridge information and come up and talk. And
yeah, today, or is it going to be another meeting?
Well, he was going to try and get him. I told him that you might arrive around 11.
Okay.
So today we just need to get the information and then have them look into see what our possibilities are.
Did they reclassify a bridge?
Yeah, on it's in Jackson Township. It crosses it's Drainage District 71, correct? It's,
you said it was on 230th.
Yeah, I'll be up here. 6. It's this one right here.
Right there.
Yep.
Between
On
6 and 7.
Yep. Went from 40 to 20. Just over winter, and I'm thinking,
Well,
wow.
We had that happen on another one. What is that? No, that's not any credit.
Well, that's
This is, what do they call it?
well, I think it eventually gets into Indian Creek. This is Drainage District 71. They've replaced, that's a new bridge there, and that's a new bridge there, or culverts.
Okay, here we are. There's the, yeah, it's on. It's the beginning of this.
Correct. Yeah, that's the very start up there.
Yeah, and it does feed into Indian Creek.
Yeah.
Where's that bridge at?
It's on 230th.
Right here.
Between 6 and 7.
Yeah. There's a lot of water coming down through there, and what I've found, or the problem I'm having is, you know, the new 20 is going right across here.
Right.
And all these roads,
Right across here.
yeah, pretty close, a little further north. And all these roads are level B roads. So, in the wintertime, it's a lot. Well, this winter they were open, but sometimes they're not even open because there's nobody lives on it. So for hauling grain, it's turned into kind of a problem because I've got to come 2 miles south and then over to get up to Nemo. So
he's I guess what we'll probably need to do is he'll have the information of the posting, and then kind of, I mentioned to the engineer on the phone, I think in our discussion the other day we had talked about whether we can culvert this, which then helps determine how quickly we can.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys have to make plans for the future, and I was just hoping that maybe sometime you could look at this, because it's kind of a narrow thing too. That's some people hit it.
So is that a 20-foot bridge?
Oh no, I think it's only 15.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a narrow bridge.
Oh, I bet.
So it's kind of.
I know exactly
that might
what it is.
That might be a candidate for. What do you think the watershed is of?
It's a big one because when I worked out the NRCS, we looked at waterways coming down through here on where Jack Benton is. It's the old Lecky's farm.
Oh, yeah. It's west of where Jack used to live.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And hell, there's over 1,000 acres of drain through there.
But at the same time,
it's not real steep either.
No.
Ron thought it was that there were single box culverts down the line, though.
Yes, there are. Yep.
And
because the two
like Baylor.
Yeah.
I do know exactly where that bridge is. I've been on it.
Yeah.
And it is narrow.
Because the two south of there that crosses that creek or that ditch are the single box culverts. You know, and
precast.
Yes, I think they were precast. I don't remember. I think Richards might have replaced one.
Yeah, if he did.
And you know, this is at the beginning, so you wouldn't think you would need anything bigger than the ones below. You know?
Yeah.
So, but I guess we can see what Ron thinks. Or I always thought that 230th, like I told you, was a farm to market road, but you know, I didn't think 20 20-ton bridge would be on a farm to market.
It's graded up pretty good, isn't it?
It is a good road, yeah. Because it runs, you know, you go west, you run right into Early. Yeah,
That's
230.
all, yeah.
So New Highway 20's north of there,
Yep.
And that paving being coming east out of Early hits
Yeah.
M50,
Yeah.
and then this
Cross
lines up with,
213.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's, and if I recall that, does the bridge even have steel guardrails on it?
Yeah.
It does,
Yeah. And there's some people that fit it.
You haul corn to Nemaha.
Well, you know, since they closed down here, there's anywhere from 10 to 15 cents difference.
Yeah, I know that.
They shut
What-
the mill down, and all of a sudden we lost
yeah.
You lost,
about 10, 15 cents. So a lot of stuff's going north now, up to Dana, to the Omaha mill. And you know, I crossed it once, and I noticed it said 20 ton. And I thought, shit. And I thought, well, that's enough of that. So we started taking the double B road north. But, you know, and it's passable, it's working. But in the wintertime, if a guy wants to haul anything in January, it's gonna be tough.
that road's, you know, with the construction, it's gonna be a mess this winter.
Yeah,
It'll be soft.
yeah.
But,
Because those double Bs going north, I don't know how many, well, one's actually closing. They're closing that one road. Where it
farther
crosses.
closer, farther.
Quincy.
Farther, yes, yeah. And,
It's not hooked on.
yeah, and then the other two they'll be working on, I'm sure, this fall, so it's going to be kind of a mess.
They're not to have two consecutive closed at a
Closed.
time. That,
Hey,
well, gravel either. They're not to have two consecutive together,
Okay.
either gravel or cement. And we, north of Lytton and Sac City here on 230th, there was only one time this year that they allowed them to close two consecutive because it was getting late in the fall, and if we didn't let them close them, they weren't going to be passable. Yeah. So they did for maybe 10 days or so, 2 weeks at the most, have them shut off. But the rule is that they're not to have two consecutive closed.
Well, I know you've got a lot of bridges to fix and stuff, but if you could look at this one sometime. See what-
we did one up at the airport last fall.
Yeah, that was,
That's a single pipe. All. That's got a bigger watershed than the house. Just off the top. When you say it's the bottom end of that ditch we cleaned up.
I think the good thing here is that we've already got single boxes and
they work.
or at least, I mean, we haven't heard that they didn't.
Yeah.
So, what, I guess,
Because the little thing's only, I bet it isn't, lengthwise, it probably is a 16-foot long.
I think it's possible that a pipe might even work there, a steel pipe.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
They think
there's
we
been,
might have to bring the road up, grade the road up to get over the pipe.
No,
You know what I mean?
depending on the size.
If you put a big pipe in there, you're gonna have to come back a ways on each side. That's it.
Because there's
That road
times,
carries a lot of traffic.
it does, yeah, there's a lot of,
It's a traffic count on that road would be.
yeah. A lot of traffic from Early to Sac on that road, which is unbelievable. I mean, all times of the day and night. People fly out of Early and go straight, and then they hit M54. Or of course they can't now, but they will eventually.
as a little kid, from north of Lytton, we had relatives in Early, and there were times that we
Shut right
just went across, and you could go directly from all the way on 230. we'll get them to gather the water information to see how much capacity we got. Hi, Chris.
Hello, guys. Hello, Chris. You ready for
We're ready, yeah.
Did you guys get a copy of
Sure.
Did you get a copy of his?
No.
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 Yes, sir.
Did you see the big hole in the sand? The cover on the sand building out here?
On the state building, yeah.
Man, the state building, it really,
It's gotten worse.
really,
It started a couple months ago, Jack.
yeah, it's big now.
Chris, I had visited with Kim and invited him to come today about this bridge
Yep.
situation. And he's explained to us that the load limit had been cut down dramatically.
Well, I walked off, forgot the bridge folder, but it's currently posted at 20 ton. In the previous years, it was posted 21, 27, 37. And I didn't look for how far back that was that it was posted at that.
We just changed the share.
We just lowered it to 20
Yeah.
all across,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it because it's structurally weaker, or is it just safety feature, you think?
I think what's driving that is it's got high concrete abutments, and we don't know what's underneath for pipe is why it is
Okay.
being lowered.
So it's just kind of questionable if it's settled yet.
That's right, the soundness of underneath the footings.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a number of north-south B roads there, and then with the 230th activity with the new road construction, it's going to make it significantly more important to have an access to get out for grain hauling and things. Our first thoughts are to look at the water capacity and see if you have to rebuild a bridge, or if it's an option for pipe or culvert, either one, or cement culvert. Kim knew that downstream that there are single boxes.
Is that single or twin?
I think they're single.
Okay. I didn't look that up, but there is.
There's one just a half mile south that was standing here not too long ago, and then another half mile south of there.
Is.
Isn't
Just
there
a
some-
half mile,
Yep.
20.
Yep, that's a big single,
That's a big single.
you know, precast in that one. So,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
It's kind of a farm land.
right. The Wasson property.
Yeah.
Golf.
With that particular bridge, it is not qualified for state funding.
And with 230th being a pretty active corridor, why wouldn't it be? I mean,
Well, it doesn't fall far enough down in the sufficiency rating to get state qualification.
but even with the head count or road count that you might have, I would think that would be that you would have the road activity that would warrant.
I mean, the traffic
Yes.
count keeps it up to make it eligible,
Yeah.
but it's not low enough on the other 5 categories to make it fundable.
So it would have to be local funds, you're pretty sure.
It is on a farm to market road.
Oh, it is, because he asked me that. I didn't know
That
that
doesn't
it would.
help?
Well, it does if we were flushing that account for
Oh,
stuff, but
okay.
that is a funding option for local, is probably there are 2 options,
Okay.
realistically. And typically, I'm not sure about a CMP in a situation like that. We'd have to check the watershed, but
We understand.
concrete is probably your best option, since that is a drainage ditch, I believe.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
We, just with our ability to do the one down by the airport, the good thing about being able to use the steel tube is that we can build those into maintenance and not have to build them into a 5-year plan.
That's right. If it's a single pipe, you're okay. But when we start getting into, probably more watershed there, I'm guessing.
We just have to find out.
Yeah, we'll look at the numbers and
Yeah.
and see. One thing on that, that is the only posted bridge, you know, within quite a ways around it. So I realize that you said a mile north of there or south of there.
Yeah.
North-south is a level B road, but they are pretty good, maintained well.
Yeah.
Level B.
Well, I told the guys, most of the time, the level Bs are accessible, except if there's much snow.
That's
or
right.
if nobody's
That's
living
right.
there, they're shut. So, and I understand that too. It's just, you know, it's a straight shot at the M15. It's a nice way to go, but if a guy has to stick around, you know, make go south or, you know, to get there, we have to.
Your outer distances, we
Yeah.
can do this, no doubt about that. Okay. We'll look at the numbers, no doubt about that. If
I think you're gonna find it's a pretty big watershed.
I think so too, and
Yeah.
if it's a box culvert, you're probably looking at a couple $100,000, it's a little bit more.
Which,
Is that what they're on?
A single, Maybe.
Yeah,
yeah.
the one-
But you know, what's the watershed at Reese Johnson's?
I don't think that's 40 miles away.
That's a big watershed, it's the steeper.
the,
You just gotta,
the thing to keep in mind is that if we find that we have to do a cement culvert, we're probably gonna have to wait till we have state funds to consider doing that. If it is eligible for a steel pipe, then every year or two we're building those into maintenance. So, just to give you an idea of what we might have to do, if we determine that it has to be a cement culvert, that's gonna be harder to fund
Yeah.
than if we can do it with a steel pipe. So,
I know it's kind of raised heck with some of the feed guys too, because there's a lot of confinement buildings around that area.
well, doesn't,
Well, Russ
Russ
got
has
one.
one or two down there.
Yeah. So, I know some of those guys have got to take the other roads.
That area's a lot better than other areas of the county.
Oh, I know, I'm
As
just,
far as the bridges go.
yeah, yeah. And I'm aware of that.
We put together a map of the bridges that are state fundable. It shows the current load postings, it shows the FM roads, it shows the level B roads. Ron is going to bring this down to you guys and give you a copy, let you digest it and just
Okay.
see what's ahead. There's some areas that are certainly restricted.
Well, it also, over time, some of those that can be resolved with a pipe, you could do
That's
4
right.
of those pipes practically for
one
one
structure.
For
That's
one
right.
structure.
That's right.
And that just makes a huge difference as to how quickly you can get at them.
Well, I have a feeling that once you get to looking at it, it'll probably have to be a box culvert. Because the ones below it are all box.
Yep.
And there isn't much difference in watershed between
Those
one
two.
right below it, it's box, and this one.
But the watershed doesn't start too far north of it, so.
Well, I was telling these guys, we tried to do a waterway for the P property north of there.
Okay.
But I think we came up with 1,000 acres for draining into it. And it goes quite a ways north.
it starts a mile and a half south of Nemo. That's the crest, they're gonna buy up. There's the organic farm, these,
Yeah.
you go to the north there, that's the peak, and from everything, from there runs south.
South, okay.
What do you think?
Well, actually, it goes a little further. It angles to the northwest because, see, it comes down through Mike Waters and goes up northwest of there. That's what we come to. So there's a valley that goes up in that way. Because when we did Mike's waterway, it was a state design waterway. It was a watershed. So, a lot of acres go through it. know, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. You know, you guys could look at it and appreciate it. And I understand you got things you got to put on the schedule, put on the work.
Yeah, and we appreciate you bringing it in, it's the only way we know something.
We'll see what size, I wonder what size pipe they're putting in on 20. Just a half a mile more.
Oh, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how they size that.
They,
That'll have to go through
We could
two
look.
lanes of road. And, I've been up.
they got like two big cement pipes or culverts, brown, laying in there.
Are there?
Yeah. Because the gravel road right north of 230, that'd be 220. Yeah. They're just west of Cliff Roberts. I think there's 3 CMP pipes underneath that road.
Okay.
So there's quite a bit of water coming.
Most of that water comes across the surface of it, doesn't it?
Yep.
There's no channel defined until you get about a half mile north of that bridge, or quarter mile actually.
Yeah.
That'll make a difference too.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Thanks,
thanks
Jim.
for your time.
Oh, you
guys.
bet.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
We got time.
Have a good day.
Yep, back to Holland. See ya.